We are live. See right here, you can tell how many people are watching. There's 2 already. And we'll just give a little bit of time for people to get on here. I think Jason is still doing his live stream, so we'll be short on viewers until they get off of his video. Oh, we've already lost one. Somebody wasn't interested.
Do you need this wait till he's done?
He's almost done. What's up? What's up, folks? You're gonna have to bear with me because I'm eating my tacos. Or whatever these things are. Come here, boys. Guys, this is I don't know if y'all know who this is. What's your name?
Preston.
Say it clearly.
Preston?
That's a Preston, okay? What are you good at? Not a lot? He's pretty good at troubleshooting. Okay, next. What's your name?
Micah.
What are you good at?
Shooting birds and squirrels.
Shooting stuff with a pellet gun? Alright, y'all go. Go. They did load a bunch of mags today, didn't you? Loaded a whole bunch of magazines. So we've got, you are out of frame so they can't see if you're over there. Yeah. We've also got President Reagan in the house. We can slide on by here. Thank you, President Reagan. We could really use you during this time. We've also got another president here. Some of you guys may know. Hey, what up, Zach? Is that my brother, Zach? I don't know who that is. President Lincoln, little bobblehead. So we're just gonna do some channel updates. I haven't been able to do a video because my iPhone X bit the dust. The microphone is screwed up in it, so I can't do any videos. Let me see if I can see the live chat. Yeah, okay. So I'm getting a new phone hopefully tomorrow, an 11, and we're fooling around with Verizon because we're doing a bunch of stuff with the phones. Yeah. Explain what we're doing with the phones while I eat.
Okay, we're gonna have a landline.
You gotta talk loud.
The 334-863-0084 that's been going to Cody will be going to a landline. So when I'm there, I'll be answering it after hours, or if I can't get to it, it will go to voice message. I guess there'll be a voicemail. We'll also have options. We'll have like press 1 goes to Cody, 2 goes to Dusty, 3 goes to Jonathan. So we're gonna have like an automatic receptionist, I guess is what
it's not gonna be that. I'm gonna veto what you just said because if they can call and press 1 and still go directly to me, that defeats the purpose. So all of you guys out there, I love you to death, but let me just give you an example. Today, we're walking around in Advanced Auto Parts trying to buy some fuses and stuff for the skids, just a little electrical stuff. Random guy calls me out of the blue. He's not a customer, don't know him from Adam's House Cat. Stay on the phone within 15 minutes, basically asking questions about surfactant, like what is surfactant, what does it do, I want to buy some of your surfactant. And that really don't need to come to me because I'm busy trying to build stuff. So those are just questions that she can answer. A lot of that stuff's already on the website. People just won't read it, like they want to talk to me. The problem is you get 10 of them a day, that's like 2 hours just gone talking about friggin' surfactant. It's just silly stuff. So I'm going to be a little less reachable instantly unless you got something you really, really need. Email, that way I can do it at night when I get home. I can catch up on emails at any point, but I just can't stop and answer the phone. If I keep doing what I'm doing now, I'm going to take my SIG and shoot my phone and go off the grid. I'm just not going to do this stuff no more. So,
need that to happen.
It's happened before, has it not?
Yeah, we were going down the road and a phone literally went out the window.
Through that window. Will surfactant cure corona? I wish it would. It would be really cool because I'd be rich. So we're just going to do this, kind of hit a bunch of stuff here. Updates for what's going on with us. First of all, corona, has it affected us? Not really. Little bit of a lull in sales on the equipment, but it's not like we sell equipment every single day either, so it's kind of hard to gauge. I got a couple guys that are tossing around getting a trailer, a couple guys that are tossing around getting a skid. So I haven't felt it yet. It has not affected our wash jobs. But guys, we're kind of weird. We're out in the middle of nowhere, so it's not like we're around a lot of people. We're not in a big population center, so viruses and things like that, they're not going to spread in the rural South like they do in New York or Chicago when you've got a lot of human interaction on a daily basis. So so far it hasn't hurt anything. Jonathan, of course, y'all know he's green, he's new, but he's doing fine. He washed an apartment complex this week, pretty much got it finished today, I think. So that was a good one. No, Jason was just on live stream as well, talking about how it's affecting, if it's affecting. What do you guys drop comments, because I'm curious to know if it's affecting y'all. I'm sure it is. What else did you work on today?
So the training is like y'all know, it's last Friday of every month, but Cody said he kind of needs to put a cap at how many can come. So I set it up to where it's kind of like a booking, kind of like how you go and you know, like you'd book a class. So that when you go on the training, there'll be a little calendar and it'll show if it's available. The day will be green, and you click on it and it'll show how many is available, and it's still $350. You still pay for it through there, but it'll show on our end that it'll count down how many people have booked it,
how many available slots.
Yeah, available slots are left, and if it gets sold out, then just plan for the next month, which will be on there. You can go through the calendar the very next month, then maybe you can book that next month.
So you guys,
that one sells out.
A lot of y'all have a website. If you don't have one, you need to get one. But when it's totally different for y'all that are just running a wash crew. When you start selling things online and doing training and stuff, like you have to have what they call plugins for each of these little features. So to be able to book the date for training. Right now, what everybody's doing is they just call me and say, hey, I want to take the training class. I say, hey, cool, go over to the website, pay for it on the website. That way I can track it at the end of the year or the month or whatever. But I don't have a way, unless I manually stop, go to the truck or the office, pull out a pad or put it in my phone to know, who's coming. So, and I don't have Caldwell, you would have been here Friday, but y'all couldn't make it, but y'all will be here next Friday, picking their unit up, Bill Caldwell. But yeah, so now it's gonna, I can only really do about 22 or 3 guys or so in the new training room that we have, just kind of guessing who, how many people we can comfortably fit in there. So now we can just set a cap at 20. You go to the website, it'll have that highlighted day available and how many slots are left open. Once it fills up, it'll automatically do that. That's an easy little thing, right? That's just something that you take for granted. But when you're running the site, we do all that. She does all that. So, and she hasn't been able to do that because she had another job, and she couldn't come to work for me because I didn't have a desk and a computer to put her at. So all these things just kind of had to go in order. Like we needed a landline. Well, you can't get a landline because we know we're moving to another building. We can't get a computer because there's nowhere to put one. So now that we've bought the building, we're moving in, we're just knocking these things down in order, getting some of the funkiness out of our operations. And this is the stuff that's been driving me nuts for the last year, is because I'm manually doing everything. Here's an example. Dude orders surfactant last Friday at 4:26 p.m. He emails me Monday morning, hey, do you have tracking for my surfactant? Well, first of all, this ain't Amazon, bro. I'm not just sitting here waiting on you to order a jug of soap so I can jump in the truck and run it to the post office. We ship it as quick as we possibly can. But for me to give you a tracking number, I've got to stop what I'm doing, go to my emails, punch in your name, find the tracking, copy and paste it. And no, that don't take but 4 or 5 minutes, but it's a bunch of them all day long. And so it just, you can't get crap done. So now we've got a UPS account set up. When you order it and we print the label, it will send you an automatic tracking number.
We're packaging it ourselves. We're not taking it to the post office anymore.
Now everybody gets a tracking number, which I know you guys ordering stuff, you want a tracking number. When I order something, it's nice to get a tracking number. But we couldn't do any of that. You know, we just got to go in order of things that we can get accomplished. So now that we have a place with a computer and the internet and a UPS account, now we're shipping everything. We were using the postal service. Tell them how bad the postal service sucks. Postal service freaking sucks.
Within a weekend, we found out through customers that they were receiving jugs that were leaking. Some jugs are just completely missing. Those shipments completely missing. So, and seriously, within like just a few days, we lost like a ton of money.
We don't make that much on the surfactant anyway. That's just one of them little things you sell as kind of, hey, that'd be cool to sell that. It ain't like you're making a lot. Thomas Pottinger, if you get on here, brother, you'll see this. He ordered a wine and a jug of that yin. He got his wine, he never got the surfactant. So a couple days went by, he's like, hey, I got my wine, I didn't get the surfactant. All right. Shipped him another one. That one was 12 days ago. It's still showing that it's in transit. So that one has been lost too. So now I got to ship this dude, and it ain't his fault, it ain't my fault. I got to ship him a third jug of surfactant. Now I've basically lost money because the post office sucks so bad. And if you go file a claim, you just pissing in the wind. You're not going to get any money. It's too much trouble for the $10 or $15 that it is. So now we're moving to UPS so that if they damage it, at least they'll freaking fix it. You know, we have an account, like they're a lot better on that kind of stuff. I used to work in a distribution center. Shipping liquids is very difficult, especially if they're not boxed in a certain way. And when you ship singles, they're going to fall over on a conveyor belt. You ship it in a 4-pack, it really can't tumble. Like a human has to damage it. So we're working on some things we've sold a pallet of surfactant jugs, and probably we've lost 20 jugs in transit that were they never got there. And so that's not a good ratio. Losing one or two here and there, and we have to ship another one, you know, okay. But it ain't cool to lose like 10% of. It's ridiculous. So we're also working on. Dusty did this. He's got us some custom boxes designed with our logos printed on them. They're a fancier box, so when you get a blend manifold, it'll come in like a foam inserted box. You'll open it up. It'll have the QR code printed on the inside of the box to tell you how to work the blend manifold. So we're dialing in a lot of little things like that are just going to be nicer. It's going to be better customer experience, and it's going to take time off of us doing all these things manually so that we can be more productive in the shop, right? Truth be told, there needs to be a guy that answers. I need to be doing this all day long in making sales and talking about equipment. But the fact of the matter is you can't afford that. Like, we need a person building with Dusty in the shop, and that produces the product. So unless I figure out a way to clone myself, I've got to pick one of the two. So she's up there now. She's working in the office. This is week number 1. We haven't killed each other yet. It's a big yet. We've been together a long time though, so I think we would have already killed each other if we were going to do it. We were going to do it. So Steve says, 21st century, at least have an email. I still have to print out. Yeah, it's stupid, man. People, it's 2020. Let me tell you how bad Roanoke is. Let me tell you how bad. Y'all that have came to Roanoke, Steve, you've been to Roanoke. This is Mayberry. My phone screws up, all right? I gotta have a phone because I can't do the YouTube thing, and that's where all of our equipment sales come through the YouTube channel. So I'm like, screw it, I'll get an iPhone 11, whatever. Go to the Verizon store in Roanoke. Hey, need to upgrade to an iPhone 11. My other phone is almost paid off. I'll just get a new phone. They don't have an iPhone 11, the newest, most popularest phone. They're like, we can order. It's like the scene from Oh Brother Where Art Thou. Like, we can order it, we can have it in a couple of weeks. Like, it's just a geographical oddity. We can't get a freaking phone. We can't, like, it's a struggle to do anything around here. Back to how bad I hate the post office. Jonathan went up there Friday, or was it yesterday? Yesterday. Shipped a bunch of orders. Now that we've got UPS and her, we're pretty much going to be a day or two out on all of our orders unless we're waiting on parts for manifolds. But or try to keep inventory in stock, but sometimes we're waiting on like GF valves and stuff. So we're getting quicker on that stuff too. But Jonathan goes up there with like half a dozen orders, and some of them were actually ordered that day. They shipped out the same day. And he goes to the post office, and they get pissed every time you walk in there with stuff to ship. They're like, "Oh, y'all got a lot of stuff." Like, yes, that's what you exist for. So he told them that we were moving to UPS, and one of them was like, "Oh, well, I hate to see y'all," and the other one was like, "Oh, that'd be great." Like, they don't want business. That's the government, guys. If you want you think the government's gonna thank you for getting your stuff out. Yeah, Mitch just commented he's got our aluminum trailer. Our first one, we sent out a second one last Friday to Ohio. Ted Betker, I don't know if he'll watch this or not, but he got the exact same trailer as you, Mitch. Mitch bought the trailer and had some issues with his Pentair valves. It was right at the time where we were swapping from the old valves to the new valves. We were having way too many issues with Pentair valves, so we just said, screw it. Mitch had the old style valves. He had problems with them. It took us a minute, but we sent him 2 brand new manifolds, no charge, with the new valves on them, and just ate the cost of them because he spent a lot of money on this freaking trailer. Like, it's got to be right. We had another guy today who bought a trailer about a month ago. He was having issues. It wound up being nothing. He fixed it. But we had a quality issue on that trailer as well. We hurried it because we were moving to the new shop. His trailer build got bumped up a week, and we failed to vacuum out the tanks. Screwed up. We check everything. Like, if y'all only knew how much we try to check this stuff. But sometimes you miss something. It's the same way if you wash a house. You wash 1,000 houses a year, 1 or 2 you're going to miss something on. Sucks. You do the best you can. Well, he goes up there to work, and he's spraying, and little shavings in the tank from where we drill the bulkheads, they got sucked up into the freaking manifold. He had to take his manifold apart. I feel like crap when something like that happens, and so we sent him a check to reimburse him for the bleach that he had to dump out. We sent him some wands. We sent him a case of surfactant, and he called today and was having another issue. It was just an air leak. He got it fixed, so I don't know exactly where it was air leak. It's probably somewhere where he had to disassemble the manifold to clean the check valves out, and he didn't get it tightened back up because he don't build manifolds for a living, so he don't know exactly what he's looking at. I'm assuming that might have been what it was. But does Southeast Softwash have quality issues? Yep, everybody does. Everybody does. We try to minimize them as much as possible. Go through everything, check stuff, make sure it's right. But I'm not gonna be like, no, we don't ever do nothing wrong. Sometimes we do, but when we do, and it's brought to our attention and it's really on us, then we're gonna make it right. I mean, you have to. You gotta make it right. You're not gonna survive in this industry if you just say, screw that guy. But it ain't that guy's fault. Now we had another guy today that bought a trailer from us, and it came off the ball. He's driving today, and his trailer was not on the ball, and it came off and rammed the back of his truck. Has that ever happened to y'all? I'm sure it has. You've been messing around. I've done it before. It's just one of them retard moments where you swear up down, you had that thing hitched, and it ain't, and it comes off. Now he just called because he was just sharing the story. It sucks, but stuff like that happens. If it's something that we did or failed to do, we'll fix it. But it's hard to do because a lot of times you're across several states, and these guys that buy this stuff, they have a hard time explaining what they're experiencing. We've got every single person who's bought something has probably at some point called, and 95% of them have not been an issue. It's been, hey, my pump ain't running, and they got an empty soap tank. Y'all know my passion for empty tanks, but it ain't no biggie. I just know that our quality rate is pretty high because we've only ever had 2 or 3 times where it really was something that we missed or we screwed up on it, and we make it right. But it's just part of it. But you gotta be transparent. I like that. I don't want to try to hide things because everybody's eventually gonna miss or drop the ball on something. But when you do, guys, do that. When you mess up on a house wash or roof cleaning, just own it and go back and fix it plus some. But here's the thing: if the customer is complaining and you didn't mess up, like you did everything you're supposed to do, then I'm sticking to my guns. Like if we build you something and it leaves the shop and it's working fine, and you call me in 3 weeks and say this thing ain't working, but it's because you did something or something. I mean, like something, you tore something up, or you didn't rinse your lines out and your pumps got ate up, or that's on you, dog. Like, we're not, Southeast just ain't on the eternal hook to rebuild your system all the time. So we have to find a balance, and we're going to probably err on the side of the customer, but at a certain point, it's your freaking system, it's your business, and you've got to run it. So just understand that. Let me go to the live chat. Is there anything else we were going to talk about? I can't see let me go back up here at the top, see if we got any questions. Let's see. No dang toilet paper. Yep, we'd be coughing down here too. The pollen's already getting us. Only 15 people watching. That means everybody's still watching Jason's stupid videos. Cody, who built your website? That lady right there. Yep, they're coming to get their skid next Friday. The to-do list melting down and systems building up. Yes, the to-do list is putting systems in place. Trying to see. I know you guys use stainless hose reels on your builds, but if you rinse out every use, what is the longevity of non-stainless reels? Not a long time. Steve, Titan makes some regular steel reels that are not stainless. It'll last you. You probably get a year out of it or so, but it's going to get eat up. The Titan reels are aluminum and stainless, and they last. You probably get several years out of those. But what's up, Hamid? What time is it out there where you are? Let's see. You're 2 time zones behind us, so it's only 7 o'clock your time. Mitch, Steve, yeah, 7 o'clock, yeah. And the key to making your stuff last a long time is rinsing it out. So, Randy, I don't know if Hurtado will get on here or not. He bought our first tandem axle trailer out in Texas. The guys use it all the time. Well, one of the guys used it, didn't rinse the system out. So, what happens is the pump gets shot, the hose reel's sitting there with bleach in the line. Not good at all. It just tears up stuff. So you want to make sure you rinse your systems out. That is what keeps 12 volts lasting as long as possible. We've had systems we sold to guys, and 6 months later they're complaining about the pump not running right. Well, it's a freaking 6-month-old pump. It ain't supposed to last no longer than that. Cut it off, throw it in the trash, put another $100 pump on it. In 5 minutes you're right back going. You've got to look at 12 volt systems as the pump is disposable. Put 2 of them on it a year, maybe 3, but that's $300 that you spent all year long, right? That's one house wash to keep your everything else should be fine. It's just the pump is a wear item. All right, so can you go air diaphragm and eliminate that? Yeah, you can. The air diaphragm pump really ain't going to go out on you, but look how much more an air diaphragm pump is to start with. Now you got to have a compressor. Now you got to keep fuel in the compressor. You got to run it. Look at your yearly operating cost for that system plus the actual system versus a 12 volt. Your ROI is going to be, you got to look at return on investment. Guys will say, it's like this. I'm going to go buy this used F-150 truck, right? Well, when I get there, they're going to try to sell me a brand new F-250. Well, it's going to last you a lot longer, and you're not going to have any maintenance problems. Just listen to what Dave Ramsey said. Tells people all the time. Hey, I got a $5,000 car. It's giving me trouble. I think I'm just going to go trade it in and get me a $25,000 car with a payment, but I won't have any maintenance costs. Well, which one is really costing you more? A couple $100 a few times a year at the shop, or a car payment every month? That's the same thing with 12 volt system and an air diaphragm or a gas system or whatever. Booster pump, even they're more expensive up front, so you got to kind of weigh it out. Like, what is your business model? I took that advice and bought 2 extra pumps just in case. What are the chances of selling 5-gallon or 55s of Southern Draw? We can sell you a case. It comes to me in a 4-pack case, and that's a really easy shipped box. Like, it's not going to tumble and get all janked up. So we're probably going to add a 4-pack to the website. They can get it to me in 5-gallon buckets. So if you guys are interested in that, just let me know. I don't have any surfactant. It's all at the shop.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even done a video promoting the surfactant
Yeah, I thought that's right.
since way back in the summer before we even had it available. It's good stuff, okay? Here's why I ain't pushed it yet. I'm going to, but surfactant is not the magic juju, okay? It's important. It's an important additive, but y'all know me. I'm not about that life. I'm not gonna get on here and be like, look right here, this Southern drawl is gonna change your life. It's gonna make your job so much easier. By God, you'll be raking in the profits. Does it work? Yes. Does it work as good as everything else? I think it does. As good as everything I've tried. But I'm not enough of a used car salesman to get on here and tell y'all that it's the best thing since cut up loaf bread. It's just, if you want to use it here, it works fine. If you want to use any of the other ones, they work fine too. I don't like being a salesman. It'll change your life if you drink enough of it. Probably kill you. I was in Northern Tool and they were selling just a 12-volt bleach pump head as well as the bleach pump's going to get just a replacement head. Yeah, so one of the guys that bought a skid from us, he was fooling around with one and he said that the pump couldn't get wet, like the pump couldn't be exposed because he bought one and the Northern Tool has got a bleach pump. It's a new pump that just came out this year. It's supposed to be rated for bleach, which would be great because no other 12-volt pump is really supposed to pump bleach. They're okay and you can use them that way. But he bought one, rigged it up, it worked a couple days, and our skids, the pumps are exposed because it doesn't matter. It rained on them for a year, it ain't gonna hurt them. Mm-hmm. But that one shot out on him, so he got on the phone with Northern and they said, oh no, it can't get wet. So I don't know, Steve, like maybe they were just telling him some crap and he had a funky pump, but if that's the case, then that sucks pretty bad because our pumps get rained on. It doesn't hurt them a bit. I like to have a backstock due to shipping time. Yeah, 5 to 10 days. You're way out there on the West Coast, man. I can't figure out how to get the stupid live chat to stay up. It keeps going off. We had a panic moment yesterday. So the vertical tanks that we put on the skids, I looked over there and I had about 6 of them in stock, which is 3 skids worth of vertical tanks. There's 2 on each skid. So I called where we get them from and I was like, hey, we need to get some more on the way. They usually get them to us in a week. Oh, they're about 5 weeks out on those. What? That ain't gonna work, dog. So we called around, we found some, but it pretty much screwed my whole mood up for the day. I thought we were about to have to call a bunch of people and say, hey, your skid's going to be really delayed because we can't get no freaking tanks. I've got so much money in inventory, Titan, Curitech, tanks, just to keep stuff in the shop so that we're not piecemealing it together on the builds because I don't want to get behind on stuff. Dudes need it to go make money with, and so I try to make sure that. Looks like, yeah, the on-off switch is made and it can't get wet. I guess you could rig up something, but that sucks. They should have just redesigned that because a lot of these pumps they're outside of a box. Well, we're going to get off of here.
Are we going to training next Friday?
Yes, we are having the class next Friday. So the 27th, I've had a drywall dude in there fixing that room up all week long. I think we're pretty much booked out on that training day. If you guys want to come, I've probably still got maybe 3 or 4 slots left. So if you want to come to the March training class, it'll be next Friday, the 27th. We have sold most of the class out. So if you can't make it or you don't want to make it because of the corona, you can book the next one. April will be whatever the last Friday in April is. You said it before, you're not pushing product, you're offering experience. Yes, Washathon was great. I think it was too. I had a great time at Washathon. We're going to do it again probably late September, early October. Me, Jason, Aaron, Sean, and Bobby. We've been talking. I have honestly not been able to keep up with the private group chat that me and those guys have because I've just been so busy moving in the new building. So we're going to get the details ironed out as to where the next one is going to be at. But yeah, I don't push products. I just don't like it. It just puts the wrong vibe off to me. Like, I don't know. Maybe I should. maybe I were to be like that, and be like, man, Southeast Softwash does the best stuff in the world. There is a dude out there that does that. Anytime somebody asks, hey, what's a good surfactant? This certain dude will be like, well, this is the best stuff ever. But what he don't say is like, that's his crap. So, I don't know. I guess you kind of got to be that way, but I don't like it. Hope y'all have a great evening. It's a 30-minute long live video. Do you want to tell them anything?
I think you got it covered.
America. They say I look like Abraham Lincoln.
Oh yeah, there, look at you. Twinsies.
Just put. There's Reagan. Reagan got some coronavirus going on his neck right here. Of course, you know, he also has a broken leg. His leg broke off, but he was an actor, and so maybe break a leg.
There you go.
There you go. So, we'll let y'all run, man. Hope y'all have a great night. We'll check in with you. Hopefully, I have a freaking new phone at some point, and we can get back to doing our thing. Peace out. I can't work this tablet. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Well, yes, I'm sure. YouTube. I'm sure.